This is another extract from He Is Not Worthy. In this one, Ree, who we know she is being stalked, she hasn't really seen any evidence of him inside the house. But this is the first time she suspects somebody has been inside her home. Unusually for me, by 10 p.m. I was feeling tired. It must have been the excitement of seeing Josh and the small amount of sleep we'd managed catching up with me. I decided to go to bed early, curling up with a book to read. My eyes kept closing, and eventually, after waking up to find the book about to fall onto the floor, I decided to mark the page I'd reached and go to sleep. Suddenly, something woke me. Slightly dazed, I wondered if I'd overslept and it was the postman or someone knocking on the door. But it was still dark. Someone was moving around inside the house. Slowly sitting up in bed, I kept still, trying to quieten my breathing, listening. Somewhere nearby a dog was barking, but nothing else, no other sounds, apart from the loud pounding of my heart. Feeling sick with fear, I put on my bedside light, thinking if there was anyone in the house, that would scare them off, or not. I lay there for what seemed an age, holding my breath because my heartbeat was too noisy to hear anything. There was nothing. No more sounds, just the ear-beating silence of the night. Eventually, I turned the light off, managed to calm my breathing, and fell asleep. The next morning, I wondered if I had been dreaming, and if I did sit up in bed last night. After showering, I went downstairs for my breakfast. On the way down the stairs, I was suddenly aware of a familiar smell. Terps. I sniffed, inhaling to see if I was imagining it. I walked back to the top and down again. No, there was a definite, albeit very faint, smell of terps lingering on the staircase. When I'd moved into the cottage, I had made myself a rule that I would never take any of my art paraphernalia into my living space. Anything art-related would stay in the studio. I even changed into painting clothes when I'd worked in the studio, and there was a bathroom where I could wash my hands before coming back into the cottage. My house never smelled of anything remotely to do with cleaning brushes. Sitting down at the breakfast bar in the kitchen, I felt sick to my stomach. Someone had been inside the house. I know I hadn't been dreaming.